I might get some disagreement in my next little spiel. I'm going to get a little bit of spiritual with you, but not a lot. But again, it's personal experience, personal opinion, whatever. So, okay, so I'm going to talk a little bit of the universe. Okay, so the universe brings a lot of what you have in your mind, and you attract what you are. And this is something I truly believe. And to make it a little less spiritual, it's more about the vibe that you give off to people. So let's do some examples here. We all have a friend, and I think the ladies can agree with me, who's kind of bitter, you know, like lonely, sits home on a Saturday night saying, oh my God, I'm single, I can't meet anybody, what do I do? You know, it's like, holy crap.
I think everyone's thinking of that friend right now.
It's like, I used to call on a Friday night. And like, there's actually a lot of everybody's talking.
Yeah. Everyone's comparing notes on that friend.
So you don't even know what to tell this person because all they do is complain and complain. They're bitter, they're lonely, and then like they're just, you know, it's like, what do you expect? Like, you're not going to meet anybody in that situation. I'm sorry, but the way that you are, you're only going to attract bitter and lonely people. Right? And part of that, like, the thing is, you might get some sympathetic parts. Like, you have your girlfriend, you're like, oh, it's okay, you'll get married soon. That's it, right? And then, okay, so let's do a better example that most people can relate to. The busy professional. So like, yeah, like it's in our head, like, yeah, we want to meet someone, but we're so busy in our career, like now's the time to really make it, like to get to the C-level or climb the ladder, like build $1 million company.
And now we point to ourselves.
Right. So now's the time to really like take it, because we have the energy, we have the focus, we're there, right? We don't have kids, some of us don't have kids. But, so like, you know, this is the time. So, having said that, like where our priorities are not in the relationship era, like aura. So, you know, focus on our career and then meeting people is kind of in the back of our head. So because of that, what we're attracting are people that are busy professionals like ourselves, that are not necessarily make the priority of meeting someone and getting married as their priority as well. So that's why, and this is kind of my experience, because I meet a lot of people who are busy professionals like myself, very, very ambitious, very driven, and we get along great because we have that same vibe and we have that same great conversation, but it doesn't go anywhere because we're like, my priority is not to get married right now because I have other things going on, and theirs is the same. So because of that, I have a lot of first dates, I have a lot of fun, but in the end, it doesn't work out. And there's a long time where I couldn't figure out why I wasn't meeting anybody, why I was like always going on first dates, never getting in a relationship. And it was because of my parents were always harping on me to get married, that made me so confused as to what was going on. I'm not in a relationship. My parents want me to get married. Why? What's wrong with me? What am I doing? And so then I realized my vibe was like, what I really wanted was just being like, do my career, have fun, do my own thing. I don't want to get married. That's it. And once I realized that, like life became a lot easier, and I accepted that for myself. Because I understood what I wanted. I understood my vibe. And that's it. Like, and you know, now what I portray or project is I want a relationship in 6 months to a year that could lead to something serious, and people I meet actually are in that same situation. So it's a lot about the vibe that you give off. And I'll give you a couple more examples. I have 4 engagement rings up there. You're probably wondering why. So this is a true story. My roommate actually has a vision board. How many people have vision boards? Oh, cool. No, it's kind of like, yeah, you know, it's kind of like what the hell, like a vision board thing you bring. But it's actually very powerful. So I don't have one, which is bad, but again, I don't have time, which is bad too. But I could use the example of my roommate. So she has this vision board of things that she wants in her life. So she has like her beach body, or like her name and then MBA, so things like that she wants in her life. And so part of that, she had 4 engagement rings up there. And she didn't think about it. She's like, oh, you know, I want to get married, so I'm going to put some engagement rings up that I like. And then, like, so a couple weeks later, she was dating 4 guys. Yeah. And then she's like, wow. So she like tore it all down, put one engagement ring up, and like 2 or 3 weeks later, she's dating one guy. And I'm not even like, I'm not making it up. Like, this is true. So it's very powerful, and it was really interesting to see that things that you want in your life that you look at every day could actually come true. Has anybody read The Secret? The book The Secret? A lot of the stuff comes from that. Yeah. So there's an example in that book actually that talks about, there's a small example in the book that talks about being single. There's a woman, she's in the book, and she's single, and a lot of, and she's like, okay, I'm single, I can't meet anybody, whatever, my life is good, I really want to meet someone, and she just can't. And then, then she examined her life, and she saw that things that she was doing was in a very single-esque way. And it's really, really small things, like she had a 1-cup coffee maker, or she slept on the whole side of the bed, or like she parked on both sides of the driveway. Like she had no room in her life to bring someone in. And then, and like her closet was full, and so like she was living in a single life, a perpetual single life. So then once she changed to a coffee maker and like started to sleep on one side of the bed, cleared out her closet, did all those things that allowed someone to come in, then she was in a better place to meet someone, and maybe the book decided that, yeah, she did. But I don't know, but I thought that was a really cool example to give and show that things that you do in your life every day and the way that you live it and your vibe have a lot to do with your situation. Okay, I'm going to take a quick water break. Cool. Okay, so once we realize, we accept who we are and being single, we know what we want, then we examine our life to figure out that our vibe and the way that we live it matches that want, then we want to repeat it out loud to ourselves. And tell our family, tell our friends, say, hey, you know, parents, I don't want to get married right now, like, I'll get married in 6 months. That's just how it is. Or like, okay, sorry, I meant like, I want to get married.
I think most of them would be happy to hear 6 months.
No, I mean, I wanted something serious in this time, and it's because of this is what I want in my career right now. You know, I want it to be at this place at this time, because you know, a lot of things we do in our career, like we do goals, we do projections, we have objectives monthly, this and that. We don't do that for our personal lives, and we should, because then it really shows like what we want and where we're going to go. Because when you do that for your business, obviously you have goals that we reach, and then we can kind of see where we go. So why don't we do that in our personal lives as well? So once you kind of tell the world that, yo, like, this is what I want, yo, this is what I want, and this is what I'm going to do to get there. It's all laid out, and that's it. You know, it makes life a lot easier once you figure all this stuff out. It just makes everything in sync, and then there's no issues, right? So, last of it. So,